I want to talk about Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders CEO has come out and said the game isn't about shooting other players. Well, look at that. Who would have thunk? I mean, this is just off the back of like we're receiving news that, you know, Arc Raiders indeed doing play style based matchmaking. Remember like a couple of days ago they confirmed that they're actually matching more aggressive players who are going after other players with the same type of people, whereas the friendlies get matched with friendlies. Kind of makes sense. I mean, I just started playing Arc Raiders and I can't have a lot of say in this because I haven't experienced the full thing yet, but I can tell you for the amount I have played, it just feels nice to come across friendlies and not get shot, to be able to have a mutual understanding and, you know, go on your merry way and greet each other and be civil. That feels nice. That feels nice because all you do, okay, if you're like me, someone who's been playing Battlefield, all you do is whoever come across you, you just shoot them. That's what you're supposed to do in the game. So nothing else. You just shoot. Game shooting. That's what I'm talking about. It feels nice to not having to do that and to have that returned back to you. And even though you can technically do it if you want to, it feels nice to just come across people in the open world and just be able to greet them and ask them not to shoot, and then have the same mutual understanding, and then, you know, say hello and go on your merry way and just continue your mission. Feels nice. It feels nice. And I understand every now and then you're gonna get an asshole or two, and that's okay. One or two you can bear, but if everyone started doing it, it would be shit. So it makes sense that they're trying to limit that from happening by matching aggressive players with other fellow aggressive players and matching friendlies with other friendlies. And so you'll have like very minimal amount of encounters in terms of PvP, because the whole point is PvPvE. The CEO of Embark Studios, who made Arc Raiders, have revealed that they don't wish to promote PvP systems as they don't want to foster that type of gameplay. To be honest, that actually makes a lot of sense to me, because Arc Raiders is undoubtedly one of the standout titles of 2025. Like, even if you haven't played and if you have no interest, even you would agree that it's been a huge success in 2025, and it continued to be this year. And there's no signs of slowing down anytime soon, especially now that it's actually hit a new milestone of 12 million units sold. One of them being me, I just bought it as well. And the player count is also growing, and actually, if not growing, actually staying at a steady pace. Whereas, you know, other games like even Battlefield has seen a decline of player base, which is normal for games like this anyway. But Arc Raider has been different. Arc Raiders still managed to retain the player, largely the same amount of player base since the launch, and it's going really well. A lot of people I have seen on the internet, they have requested to, you know, see more PvP systems in place, but it kind of makes sense that the devs don't want to do that, because they aren't looking to go all in on PvP to keep the fire burning, since the game wasn't designed with that as a focus. Makes sense. Makes sense. They're saying during an interview with Jaybeazt Dean Takahashi, or IGN, Embark Studio CEO Patrick Soderlund revealed why they aren't looking to promote PvP systems. The CEO first mentioned discussions about adding Nemesis systems. However, they don't know where the team is at right now, and are also happy that the game doesn't have a leaderboard and is not competitive. Soderlund adds that the dev team doesn't want to necessarily foster that type of gameplay, as the game isn't about shooting other players. Of course, the game allows you to be aggressive and fight other players, but the ethos of the game has never been to go in and shoot players. The PvP element was added to craft tension. The Embark CEO then spoke about the game being designed to be played without other players for a long time, and noted that this worked quite well in some instances. However, as soon as other players were added, the dev team had to resort to subtle ways of signaling rather than telling you how many players are on the server, how many have died, etc. Hence, Arc Raiders is all about players using audio and visual cues when engaging in PvP situations. Players need to hear other players shooting and see Raider flares go up to see where the action is. Not providing all the information at once creates tension, forcing players to decide whether exploring the area where the action is a risk worth taking. However, the CEO also said that the private servers in Arc Raiders are absolutely something we could consider, and that could be an excellent addition for players looking for more PvP action. I feel like that's just common sense for Arc Raiders at this point. I think for those who really enjoy their time at Arc Raiders, do so, because you don't have those PvP tension moments a lot. You only get a handful. You don't get, like, you get just enough to keep that tension and that momentum to move forward, like to keep it going, but not to the point that you get exhausted by these encounters all the time and you just, can't complete your missions. Like, that would be annoying, because at the core it is an extraction shooter and you're completing missions with your duo or trio, and you're supposed to be focusing on doing that, and you're trying to be stealthy, trying to complete missions, stay away from the big robot spiders, arcs, and try to complete your missions, right? That's what you're supposed to be doing. So having to constantly worry about dying by other players would actually make a really crappy experience. So I think CEO made the right call here, but I don't know. Do you think that they made the right call? I think they did. But if you don't, leave a comment down below in the comments if you're watching this later on YouTube.